Tonight, we're going to find out what Israel is trying to do to the world. I'm the host. Welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Happy first Tuesday in October. As you know, we like to begin with the big question. What is Israel trying to do to the world? At this point, it's a fair question. Israel has rained down more than 700 tons of bombs on densely populated civilian areas in Gaza over the past 21 days. They've killed hundreds of Palestinian civilians. They've displaced more than 2 million Palestinians. They've cut off all water and all power to Gaza. Now they're besieging it. They've even cut off all communications. And so the obvious question is, what are they trying to do? Well, you can interpret their actions in various ways. We've heard some explanations from Israeli officials. Some of them are plausible, some of them not. But one thing you can say about Benjamin Netanyahu, he's consistent. He always does exactly what he says he's going to do. That's one of his strengths as a politician, but it's also a strength for us because we can go back and find exactly what he said was going to happen here. And we can see that the agenda he described is in fact the agenda that has been followed. So let's go back to October. The second day of the second week of October, October 7th, 9 days into the war, Prime Minister Netanyahu gave an interview to a reporter for the Times of Israel. And in that interview, and this was before Hamas had taken hostages, by the way, this was before any hostages were taken into Gaza. But Netanyahu said this, and I quote, "We are fighting to keep our hostages alive." That was October 7th. 9 days into the war, you could hardly blame him for saying that. He could have said anything at that point, but he said, "We are fighting to keep our hostages alive." And then he added something else. This is important. "We want to bring them home alive. It's in our interest to bring them home alive." So there you have it. That was the stated goal of the current Israeli operation in Gaza. Bring the hostages home alive. Well, now, nearly 3 weeks later, they haven't done that. In fact, they've made no effort to do that. They've done the exact opposite. As we said at the top, they've dropped hundreds of tons of bombs on densely populated civilian areas. They've killed hundreds of Palestinian civilians, most of them women and children. So that would seem to indicate that the stated goal of this operation is not actually the goal. So what is the goal? Well, it's not the first time Netanyahu has done something like this. In 2014, during the last major conflict in Gaza, he did the same thing. He told the world that he wanted to bring hostages home alive, but in fact, he didn't. He wanted to destroy Gaza. That's what he wanted. So what's different this time? Well, as we said, he's more isolated than ever. His coalition is more fragile than ever. His grip on power, which has never been particularly firm, is now even more tenuous. And yet he seems determined to follow the same path. So what is he up to? Well, we'll keep trying to find out. As always, if you have a comment, a thought, something you'd like to share, you can write to us at the email below. Subscribe to our channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life from Tucker Carlson Tonight.